Hi, it's Dan McTeague with tomorrowsgaspricetoday.com, better known as TGPT.TV, giving you this week's update for gasoline pricing as we head into this wonderful long weekend and celebration of our great nation, Canada. Well, let's look at the Maritimes first. We're going to see a likelihood of little change in New Brunswick overnight for Thursday, June 27th, simply because a regulated system there doesn't allow the full benefit of the 2-cent wholesale decrease that we've seen in the past week. They'll likely see that at some point next week. Nova Scotia could be in for as much as a penny liter decrease going Thursday. And of course, that price will remain all week. For the Newfoundland Labrador region, the price decrease could be by as much as a penny and a half to whatever you're paying today. So that's the good news the further east you go in the Maritimes. Quebec, we're a little surprised. Prices have come down a little bit. Montreal in particular, we had expected a very large increase last night. That didn't happen. It's a famous restoration. So prices will continue to trend down, at least overnight, from today, Wednesday the 26th, into Thursday the 27th, down to an average in the Montreal region of about $1.30 to $1.31.9. If there is no restoration by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Thursday the 27th, expect prices to then trend down to even lower levels of as little as $1.29.9 by Saturday and Sunday. Now for Ontario, we are going to see a 0.3 cent a litre decrease tonight. In Toronto, for instance, that means the prices will go from an average of $1.26.9 down to $1.26.6. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you consider last week, TGPT last Sunday predicted that the following Sunday, which would be June 30th, would see an overall decrease at the pumps. It looks like we're headed straight on for another accurate prediction long term. Look again for another penny decrease between now and Saturday throughout most of Ontario, and that's simply because there's plenty of inventory in the U.S. There is not a lot of support for gas prices being where they are, and so right after the long weekend we could see prices trend down even further, but we won't go that far just yet. For Manitoba and the prairies, we're finally seeing the decreases that we've so clearly deserved for the past couple of weeks. Those prices have been far too high at $1.34.9. You'll start to see them trend down to $1.33.9 for Thursday, if not by this afternoon, and into Friday, possibly down to $1.32.9. That's true of Brandon and Dauphin and other communities in and around Winnipeg. For Saskatchewan, look for those prices to continue to drop. They're in the $1.30.4 range. If you happen to be in Regina, in Saskatoon, they're $1.29.9. Look for those prices by Friday to drop a full cent to a cent and a half a litre. As for Calgary, Edmonton, and Alberta, there has been no disruption in supply, and therefore prices continue to drop. We've seen now a 3.5 cent a litre decrease in Edmonton just in the past few days. Look for another penny or so in the next 24 to 48 hours, and the same for Calgary. As for British Columbia, if you're in the interior, whether it be Prince George, Kamloops, or Kelowna, look for prices to continue to drop a penny, penny and a half between now and Sunday. Of course, if you are in Victoria or Vancouver, as a result of the refinery closures in Los Angeles, you're going to see much in the way of a decrease. Although we are seeing intraday changes at the pumps, where in the morning in Vancouver it'll start at $1.43.6, and by evening it could be down to as low as $1.40.4, particularly if you're in the Maple Grove, Maple Ridge area, or if you happen to be in around Port Moody. Those prices, the further you get out from Vancouver, tend to be a little bit more competitive and a little less expensive. Well, that's our report for this next few days. We hope to see you again before the hitting the roads for the long weekend. I'm Dan McTeague with TGPT TV. We'll see you on the roads, and we'll see you at our next interview.